am Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. If you do not know me, now you do. Thank you guys for being here. I want to start off by just showing you Garage Gym Review Everything space. This is basically where I film out of every Tuesday, every Thursday. I don't know. We just, we have a loose schedule here. So it's just kind of like, when do we feel like filming? When do we feel ready? Then we hop in on the gym. But if you saw Coops live, you saw that we just redid the Garage Gym Review garage space, and it looks like stunning. It looks sick. And then we come over to this. So there has to be some work done. If you have ideas, please let me know, because Coops keeps being like, Linz, what are you going to do with this space? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm out of ideas. So please just tell me some ideas on what we should do for this back wall in this space. Make it look really cool. But again, thank you for being here. We're going to hop over to Garage Gym Review space and okay, Sam's in my ear, and this is a good thing because this is my first live. I am going to show you a couple things in my garage that I actually really like. So the first thing, and I specifically told Sam, do not get rid of this because it is easily one of my favorite things. It's from Temple of Gains, and it's their pendulum squat. So this over here, this is one of the first pendulum squats that I've used. I have used others now, but ultimately I think that this one is probably my favorite. Actually, I have a couple of what we call muscle mommies. So me and my friends come here about once a week, use this because it's so good on the quads, and obviously we're trying to build up our quads, if you can tell. So Temple of Gains, and I do think Temple of Gains is having a Black Friday sale. I'll go check. We'll talk about it here in a second. But this is actually really good. And I know that a lot of people don't necessarily have this space, but if you have this space, this is a really good machine to pick. We also have this from Vesta. I love using the Smith machine action on this, and then obviously you can use other things like free weights, squats, whatever else you want to use. But I really just generally like using it for the Smith machine because it's super smooth. I like doing Bulgarian split squats on it, which are just brutal. So this is a really cool rack to have, and I obviously love the bright red color on it. I think it's really great. Now this, we do have a full video review that we just shot on this Fire treadmill, so be sure to be watching our channel to check out for that, because it is definitely on the budget-friendly side of treadmills, but something that I think is unique to a lot of the other budget-friendly treadmills that I have reviewed in the past. So be sure to check out our channel, continue watching for that review coming out. Now we are always entering new cold tubs, having new cold tubs in here. Sam actually built these platforms this year so that we can easily move cold tubs in and out of my garage space. This one's from Culture. We are about to do a video review on it. So again, be sure you are subscribed to our channel so you can continue to see videos like this. But there are a couple cold tubs I like better than this one. So if you have questions about cold tubs, drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer any questions I have. And then last thing I want to point out, actually, no, two things. This one we just got in from Averon, and I just think they're so pretty. Look at how beautiful these are. The coloring on them, I feel has to go in a cool gym. So these were really cool. I like the knurled handle on these. We just shot a video on these, so be sure to be watching for that video to come out. They're really easy to use, adjust, and overall, I just found them just really pretty. Can I say pretty a lot on this live stream? I probably will. These are very pretty. I like the coloring on them. Okay, enough of that. I want to go ahead and show you a couple of the other pieces that I like that are not in my garage gym. So this is from Fire. This is a new rower. I have not tried this out yet. I'm anxious to try this out because I like how it looks. It feels like what you would expect with a Concept 2. A lot of companies are coming out with air rowers now that are trying to compete with the Concept 2. There is one that I do think can compete. Let me know if you can guess in the comments which one you think can compete with the Concept 2. I will be doing a video on this. So if you have questions about this Fire rower, let me know because, again, I haven't fully tested it out yet and I'm excited to do so. Okay, keep coming this way, Nath. Okay, this is also from Center. If you are following any sort of the High Rocks, new competition, kind of up and coming, a lot of CrossFit athletes are now doing High Rocks competitions. I do have my mind, like maybe in the back of the idea, like I'm kind of flirting with doing a Hyrox because it kind of like fits my style of training. But Center is now doing it, like all of their plates, all of their equipment is from Center in the Hyrox races. So it's cool that we have this in now, and I'm excited just to continue testing out their products. But one of the products that is on sale right now is from Proform, and it is the Proform Carbon 9000. It is not this one. I don't know where the 9000 is right now. It's hiding in storage, I think. But they're having a massive sale on it. So if you are looking for probably more of a budget-friendly treadmill that does have iFit programming, has a lot of cool features, I think that the Carbon 9000 from Proform is probably one of the better ones to be looking at, especially considering the fact that they are literally having like a massive sale on it at this moment. Okay, this is one of the new ones from NordicTrack. They have redesigned all of their sort of like incline treadmills. This goes up to 40% incline, which is just like massive, and it also has a 6% decline. So if you are somebody who's doing a lot of like, especially if you're doing a lot of incline training, if you are somebody doing ultra marathons, that it combines a lot of hills, like this is going to be, I mean, it's huge, right? It doesn't fold up, so you have to have the good amount of space to do that. But it is so smooth, it is so quiet. I like the big screen on it. There's not a lot of complaints that I have about this one. My minor complaint, like this is so minor, right? I just don't like that the screen kind of like blocks the cup holders. They have improved on that, and I know that that's bougie, okay? I know that that is just like a silly perspective to have, but when you test out hundreds and hundreds of treadmills a year, you start to notice this type of thing. And I knocked over my water bottle a bunch of times, so that's what I have to say about it. Okay, for real, let's go to garage gym reviews. Also, I would love to know what your favorite review is that we have done this year. I have my opinion on what I think that is. Coop, he's trying to flex. He's trying to act. Actually, if you think Coop and I should do a like competition on who is stronger per pound?
You really think you'll still win?
I kind of do. So
How much
I
do
don't.
you think I weigh?
A lot more than me. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I like competition. I like a healthy competition. So does Coop. We basically fight all the time. Most of the time, I'll say, I have this opinion. I think it's right. He goes, you're wrong. And then it just continues to spiral from there.
Your
so
competition is Monica competition from Friends, okay? It's not a healthy competition.
But is that one of the biggest compliments you could give me? Yes, it is.
Okay.
Like, I'm not mad about that. So if you're going to call me Monica, like, I'm happy. Monica, Linda, Glinda, nobody knows what my name is around here. But for real, guys, I have been doing this for almost 2 years, which feels insane. I was just like this little stay-at-home mom wrangling 4 kids, and now I'm here talking to you guys about treadmills. I'm so thankful to Coop and the team. Like, I just basically get to come in and yap, which is one of my favorite things to do. I don't do any of the heavy lifting, any of the hard work. The team behind me does like everything. They get everything set up, and honestly, I'm just so appreciative of everybody, and I'm so appreciative of you guys who have subscribed to this channel, who have watched Garage Gym Reviews Everything kind of turn into what it is. And truthfully, if you haven't subscribed already, what the heck are you doing? You should absolutely be subscribed to me and my tiny voice, okay? So, all right, so the first person we are going to talk to today is Rory from Roman Strength, and I am super excited to have him on. So I see, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Let me pause Lindsay real quick. Debbie, I can hear you.
We good?
Yep.
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday.
Happy
How are
Thanksgiving.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I just have a couple minutes with you. I want to hear about what you are doing with your company. I want to hear about, obviously, the megalith, like everything that you're doing. And then I am going to try and get you to sing to me here in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so tell me about your company, tell me about who you are, and then obviously what sort of sales you guys are having with Black Friday.
Okay, so my name is Rory Ellis. I'm from Roman Strength here in Middle Tennessee, right outside Nashville. And yeah, so I'm a home gym owner. I've been a home gym owner for a few years now. As you can see, Coop, if you're there, I upgraded since you came here last. It's pretty
Okay.
awesome.
It looks
But yeah,
so sick.
it is. It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you. But yeah, the sale we got going on right now is exclusive with you guys. The code is GGR. If you go on the Romance Strength website, you can get a pair of Megalith handles. This is the Megalith handle. This is meant for jammer arms. There's a lot of other uses that the community has come up with, which is really cool to see. But the Megalith handles were intended so I could do lateral raises with my jammer arms, because if you have a straight handle, you really can't go fully out. You have to kind of tilt your body out to the side. So having the articulation that the Megalith handle allows really makes for a much better feeling motion with really any movement that you use lever arms for, like presses. A lot of the times, because you're forced to push in that arc movement, you're forced to stay within the arc of the lever arm. Whereas with the Megalith handles, the handle articulates, so it's a much more natural feel when you're doing overhead presses or chest press or rows, anything like that. So that's the biggest product that we have. That's kind of what Roman Strength is kind of known for. But yeah, 20% off, so it ends up being a little over $200, like $230 for a pair of Megalith handles. Normally they're $289, so it's a pretty big discount. Got a bunch of other stuff as well. You have a stainless steel version that is not currently on sale, but it is absolutely beautiful. Everything about this is stainless steel, 32 millimeter handle, all the hardware from the bolt to the nut, everything is stainless steel.
And obviously it's knurled, which is something we appreciate
yes.
here.
Yes,
beautiful
nerds.
I also saw people doing preacher curls with it. They like DIY'd how to. So there was a lot of stuff when you like kind of go online. You actually, if you're creative, you can use these in a lot of like very different ways aside from just like lateral raises.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. The community is really good about coming up with cool stuff. They feel really good with pull-ups too, for neutral grip pull-ups, because your hands are able to move a little bit to the side, so they feel really good. And the community's been really good about coming up with different uses for them, so that's really cool.
Okay, I have a question. So what is your favorite piece of equipment in your home gym now, aside from obviously the product you created?
Yeah, that's obvious. I'd probably say, honestly, it's this Life Fitness ab crunch, if you can see it back here. So this is all Facebook Marketplace fine. So this is the ab crunch. I have like 4 ab crunch machines, which is kind of silly because I don't have a single ab to show for it. That's an ab crunch. But this is probably my favorite one. I really like this. I just feel like as a strongman competitor, this is my strongman section over here.
Okay.
Core is really important, especially for long carries, stuff like that. So that's probably up there. I also have this ab bench as well. That is pretty cool, but that might be on the way out because it's so big.
And so are you competing with strongman stuff right now?
Yeah, no, I don't have a show currently lined up until June at Home Gym Con. I'll be doing the throwdown at Home Gym Con. That's my next one that I have in mind. But I've only competed twice. I was powerlifting before. And,
what's your deadlift? Like 750? What is it? 725?
My raw deadlift is 735 from the floor on like competition standards, and then from like a 15 or 13 inch, I've gotten up to over 800 pounds.
That's insane. I mean, small numbers compared to myself, but you'll get there.
I'll get there one day.
That is so good. Well, I'm so excited that you are giving like GGR users an exclusive code, because I do find your product super helpful. Lateral raises is easily my favorite shoulder movement. Like it just destroys them, and the pump feels so good. So having that product is so good, and it feels so nice on your wrist because of the spin, the neutral grip. Like you're not limited by the wrist factor, which I think is a huge benefit to lateral raises. All right, so what song are you going to be singing for us?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for that. So I'm in the shop right off the guitar. I can get a guitar from the house real quick if you want.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I do hear you're an amazing musician. You're on Broadway in Nashville. Is there any place people can go and see you at?
Yeah, if you're in Broadway, if you come to Nashville, I actually play off of Broadway, one street over at a place called Brugada on 2nd and Commerce quite often. Usually about 3 or 4 times a month, and it's just me on solo acoustic guitar. Singing and do a lot of originals, doing a lot more songwriting stuff. What was that?
No, sorry, Sam was in my ear.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what kind of acoustic do you play?
I play a lot, but my main one is a Martin Grand Performer. It was way too expensive, but I bought that with my deployment money.
Sam's way too happy about this right now.
Yeah,
Sam, we're talking about gym equipment. All right, get your head in the game. No.
I actually probably have more money in guitars than I do in gym equipment. believe it or not.
Amen to that. Well,
Also, I'll plug
yeah,
this real quick
yeah.
too. I do have merch. All merch is 15% off if you use code MERCH15. So if you want to get, it's an easy way to support the company. If you don't want to buy like a $300 megalith handle or the more expensive stuff, if you want to support the company and what I'm doing over here, you could just buy a hat or a T-shirt. But got a bunch of different things up there for a lot cheaper than $300. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rory, for jumping
you.
on, being a part of Garage Gym Reviews Everything Live. I hope that we get to support you with either merch or buying the megalith handles. I think what you're doing is great, so thanks for being on.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, you know what? One thing. Sorry, I just came across this. This is my favorite piece of gym equipment in the whole gym. This is a change plate from Samson. It is a 1 1/4 kilogram or 2 3/4 pounds, and I got this from Ronnie Coleman's gym.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the owner signed it. Says the lightweight baby. God bless.
Yeah, you need to hang that. You need to keep that special.
It's gonna be. I keep it here. Come and hang it later. So
Awesome.
yeah, I haven't done any insulated in the garage gym yet. So once I get some wall storage up, that's definitely going up there. But yeah,
That's amazing.
thank you guys so much.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you guys. God bless.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, so there was a couple questions on Coop's live that he didn't get to do that I kind of pulled because they are specific to kind of cardio and what I like to do. So one of the questions that a couple people asked that kept popping up, and maybe he had addressed this and I missed it, but was what should I buy versus the Assault bike versus the Echo rower? And I think that it just totally depends on what you want. Obviously, they're two different things. I myself love rowing, and I do think that the Echo rower can compete with the Concept 2. I don't say that lightly because Concept 2 has been my favorite for like the last 6 years plus, but I've tried so many air rowers, and now that the Echo rower has come out, I do think it can kind of compete to it. I do think it can stand its ground. And so the Echo rower I think is around $875, $900 right now, whereas the Assault is a little cheaper than that, I think around $700. So it is on sale right now, so that's the thing. They are having a Black Friday sale on the Assault, which brings its cost down to about $700. So really just kind of depends on what you want. For me, I'd probably spend the extra $175, get the Echo rower just because I like it so much, but you really can't go wrong with either product, and I think that the Assault bike is phenomenal as well. Okay, so next we have Austin from AbMat. Austin, can you hear me?
Hey, I got you.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right, Lindsay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on over at AbMat for Black Friday stuff.
Yeah, so we've had 15% off pretty much going on for the past, I think, 5-6 days now, and that'll go through Monday. And that's if you go to our website, just on the landing page, you can put your email address in. So that's mainly been for our email subscribers. And then starting yesterday, we had a deal of the day going on. So I think yesterday was our powerlifting category. Today is considered our body products that are more so for body weight training. And then we'll have a few more going through Monday. So today, the products going today, yesterday and today through Monday will be 25% off that said category. So bodybuilding, it'll be the pivot pad, our hip thrust pad, preacher pad, barbell bomb, the AbMat split squat pad, and it'll be a different basket of products, and that'll only be for 24 hours, 25% off. So that's going today, and then stay tuned for the next few days.
Okay, so I have to say one of my favorite products from AbMat, I don't know if you know what this is. I know we had chatted about it a little bit, but it is the pivot pad for the ability to do hip thrusts. I love doing hip thrusts. Britt behind me, we always do hip thrusts together. And obviously, like the whole setup with hip thrusts can just be cumbersome and kind of annoying. And then any sort of hip thrust machine can be so big and just take up a crazy amount of space. So having that pivot pad is probably my favorite product, but do you have a favorite product that you like using?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was thinking about it, and it's more than just what products do I train with the most. I love the pivot pad. I actually really like it for, I'll just go up into a kind of a hold. I'll put a plate over my head and I'll go up into a hip bridge and then just do a static hold there. So I really like it for that. I like it for unilateral press work. So take like a 50-pound dumbbell and just press with it. I find myself training with the pivot pad. The Zercher pad I really love. That's one that it's just a great it's just a variation, right? So, I mean, squatting's great, but if you want to keep the load off your back and put it in the frontal plane, that Zercher pad really seems to work well for that. So I'd say pivot pad, Zercher pad. I use the barbell bomb a lot. I just really like the barbell bomb. I like how you can use it just about anywhere in the gym. So yeah, I'd say the pivot pad, the Zercher pad, the barbell bomb, certainly are products that we train with. I find myself using the bench wedge a lot.
That's what I was going to ask about. Okay, that's a product that I really want to review because I see so many different ways people are using it in ways I hadn't thought about. Nathan behind me also is really interested in the bench wedge. What is probably your favorite way that you've seen to use the bench wedge? How do you use it? What makes it so good?
I like the bench wedge. I like putting it up against a cable stack because I just like how when you sit against it, it just keeps your face off of the pad, right?
Sure.
So a lot of these adjustable benches, the seat pad's pretty tall, the back pad is. So it just gives you clearance for your face and just gives you a deeper range of motion for a lot of movements. So I would say using it in conjunction with a cable stack machine is probably the way that I find myself using it the most. Also in more of like a steel row setup.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, I mean, again, if you want to elevate the bench a little bit further, you can. But yeah, it's crazy. It's one of those products I sat on for probably 8 months until I made one and then, showed it to the team and they said, wow, like I actually like that.
Sure.
And that's usually the litmus test that we go with. Would you train with it?
So are there any like products that you guys have in the works right now that you're excited about?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. So the AbMat, our company, the AbMat, was founded on one product, which was the AbMat. And,
sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of expanded into some other products since, of course. But Fred, who created the AbMat, had an ab bench years ago that he's been asking me to bring back to market. So we're working on a pad that'll convert an adjustable bench into an ab bench. So right in line with our other products that can kind of give you the convenience of a home gym with
sure.
the functionality of a commercial gym. So yeah, an ab bench pad we're working on. I'm working on a arm blaster product right now. So kind of a new iteration of it. Pretty excited about that one. It's not ready yet, but those are two of probably the more, the ones that you'll probably see in Q1 of this coming year.
Sure. Okay, so this question actually just came up and it's a little off of just equipment, but I have to have your honest opinion about this. What do you think of Cooper's mustache?
I mean, I'm jealous, but
right,
it's okay.
as we all are.
Yeah, I mean, I can't grow it here, so I kind of let it go here,
Okay,
but,
yeah. We have to have one or the other. God can't bless us with both, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I suppose, combine us and we'd be an unstoppable force. But
right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it takes a confident man to rock a mustache. So I respect that.
No, that's awesome. Well, I'm super excited. I hope to get in the bench wedge soon, do a video review on it because I do think that's a really cool product. And then obviously the pivot pad, and then again, all of your body weight kind of geared products are 20% off today. Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. So 25% off today. So pivot, hip thrust, preacher, and then some of those products will be 25% Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But like I said, if you just go to our site, sign up for the emails, and then we'll be sending you the evening before what products will be featured the following day. And that'll be 25% off those said products for 24 hours.
Okay. That is so great. Well, Austin, thank you so much for being a part of this live today. We're excited about all that you guys are doing over at AbMat. We love your products, so really appreciate you taking the time this morning and just hopping on.
Yeah, thanks, Lindsay. I have my family here. It's pretty cool in the factory packing orders today. So we're working hard to get my employees are off today, but my family and a few others came in. Yeah, they came in to pack orders, so it's a family affair here.
I love that. Are you paying your children?
For tax reasons, it does help to pay your children, but sure. I can't say that.
Listen, just buy them like hot cocoa, something. Water. Sam says Whataburger. I don't agree with this.
I don't know, Lindsay. I'll probably fight you on that one, but I'm with Team Sam on that.
Well, maybe I need to give it another go or something. I don't know.
It's just good. I don't know what to say. It's worth it.
Okay, well, tell your family hello. Thank you for working so hard, and we'll hope to talk to you soon.
All right. See you, Lindsay. Bye, Sam. See you guys.
Okay, bye. Okay, so make sure also that you go to Garage Gym Reviews if you are looking for an extensive list of all of the Black Friday deals that we have going on. Like, our team has been working around the clock to make sure that you have all the up-to-date information on all of the Black Friday deals. So whether that's rowers, treadmills, dumbbells, supplements. I mean, I know Legion has a ton of supplements on sale right now, and dumbbells. So one question that kept coming up is Nuabels. Nuabel dumbbells are easily probably my favorite adjustable dumbbell right now. I have them in my home. I have them in my garage gym. My son and I use them constantly. And Bells of Steel is actually probably one of the best, is offering some of the best deals on the Nuabel dumbbells that we've seen so far. If you have found a better deal, like, let us know, drop it in the comments. But so far, I think Bells of Steel is offering kind of the best deal when it comes to the Nuabel dumbbells, at least for the 5 to 80 pound range. And they are probably some of my favorite adjustable dumbbells. Okay, Sam, do we have somebody else on? Okay. Okay, so NordicTrack right now, let me look up, because they actually have a ton of sales happening right now. A couple of the treadmills that I think are really great from NordicTrack are the 2450 and then the 1750. These are probably my two top picks, at least for like a motorized treadmill, for a couple of different reasons. One, they have like a large belt deck. A lot of them are like 22 by 60 inch is wide by long, and they also are very cushioned. So if you are somebody who struggles kind of with road running, or you need more of like a cushioned impact while you are running, I think that NordicTrack, at least the 2450 and the 1750, are doing a great job doing that. And then it also comes with iFit programming. So with their sales right now, you're getting about $300 to $500 off depending on what treadmill you get. And then when you buy that, you're also getting $200 off of the iFit programming for the year, which iFit programming for a family membership is around $396 a year. So you're getting $200 off of that total cost. I think that NordicTrack is probably some of the, or at least iFit has some of the best programming out there. So again, if you're somebody looking for really quality programming, I think that iFit is probably edging out Peloton, in my opinion. I've seen a lot more workouts and like interactive programmings being added to the iFit programming, where not as much added to Peloton. So it's kind of edging out Peloton for me, at least in my mind. And then also, I kind of want to mention Soul right now. So Soul has some of my favorite treadmills. Like, if you are looking for something that doesn't have programming. So a lot of people say, hey, I want a treadmill. I love the 1750, but I don't want to pay for the iFit programming. I don't want to pay a subscription cost monthly or yearly. I totally understand that. So I think that the Soul F85 is probably one of my favorite treadmills, like hands down, of all time. But they're also having around $100 to $400 off of most of their treadmills. A couple of the other treadmills I really like by Soul. So if you're looking for more of like a budget-friendly treadmill, the Soul F63 is probably one of the best. Right now it's on sale for about $1,100, which is about $200 off of their original price point. They don't have a decline with that one, but it does have a 12% incline. And in terms of like its cushion surface, it's not as good as something like the 1750 from NordicTrack, but I still think it's a really quality cushion deck. So Soul is having a great deal on a lot of their treadmills. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and jump on with Heavenly Heat Saunas. We have Warren on, and his wife. Hello.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Happy Black Friday, happy Thanksgiving. How are you guys doing?
Yeah,
Great.
we're doing great. We have a ton of leftover food in our fridge. Kayla made an amazing Thanksgiving meal yesterday. It was all like organic and it was super healthy, so I'm excited.
What's like your favorite thing that you guys ate yesterday? Because I'm a foodie, I'm a food girl through and through. Like, this actually should be my only question for you guys.
What was your favorite? I'll think of it.
I mean, I'm a big fan of high quality protein. So we did a grass-fed, grass-finished rib roast, which was the first go around for me of making that. But always love to get your protein in first.
That sounds so good. Now, are you guys like side people? Because I love high quality protein, but I'm a side girl. I want to load up on like all of the sides available.
Yeah, I'm definitely a side person. I love variety. This was our second Thanksgiving together since being married. And when we got married, Kayla was so good at eating like a couple things that were super healthy, but I'm like, let's have more variety. So it was like 12 sides yesterday, and she totally spoiled me. So we had the cranberry sauce was actually really good.
That sounds so good. Well, I see you guys already have a sauna behind me. What sauna is that?
Yeah, so this is our newest model. This is our red light infrared sauna. So it combines both the heat from the sauna therapy with a full red light panel at the same time. And we only have 6 SKUs total. So this, we were very intentional about it. It also has a grounding port, but this is actually in our room here next to our bed, which has a Faraday cage. And we will use it either in the morning after workouts or at night before we go to sleep. And it's a 2-person. I think you have a 2-person as well, right?
Well, actually, so my dad, he comes here and he tests equipment a lot. And so sometimes he'll just come and use the sauna, and he was using it so much, we just brought it to his house. And he's a freak. He's obsessed with it. Like, out of all of the saunas we had here, he was like, that's the one I want. Anyways, he got to bring it home, and now he's using it all the time and just loves it. So, I mean, you're not just sold on me, like my dad is a big fan as well. So you guys are making quality saunas. I really believe that. What do you think sets like Heavenly Heat saunas apart than other infrared saunas that are on the market right now?
Can I take this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've actually been in the longevity biohacking industry for well over a decade. And I've known about Heavenly Heat for probably the last 6 years. When you're in a sauna, it's my belief, and it should be everybody else's, that you don't want to actually be getting a little bit of poison in there, right? Like a little bit of VOC or a little bit of wood glue or a little bit of off gassing. So I have been obsessed with this brand because lowest EMFs on the market, which is electromagnetic fields. You don't want to be actually, absorbing EMFs while you're enjoying a sauna session. And then there's no wood glues, there's no plywood, there's no varnish. It's, as you know, and you guys talked about in your review video, it's very low tox. So in my opinion, detox should be essential for everybody. It's one of the biggest movers outside of exercise and nutrition when it comes to longevity and health. So I think having a high quality sauna that's not going to, actually expose you to toxins is incredibly important.
Right. The point of a sauna, not the whole point, but a big large of it is like to help us get rid of a lot of those toxins. So if we're in a sauna that is also creating toxins, it's kind of a moot point, right?
Yes, I've been perplexed by this for a very long time, but it's hard to find companies that are really doing things the right way. This sauna has a Faraday cage actually built in. So we sleep in a Faraday cage right here to block out the EMFs while we're sleeping, but this also has a Faraday cage built in to block from those EMFs. So
that's so great. Do you have anything to add, or what are you guys doing for Black Friday sales, and what can people look for at your site?
Yeah, so we're having the biggest sale we've ever had right now, and if they use code GGR, they get $700 off any of our saunas. We are, let's see here, what else? One thing that's really good to note is a lot of saunas will advertise like low EMF, low ELF, but what they're doing for the most part is they're just testing the heater. They're not testing the actual sauna with all the wiring once it's plugged in. So even though they'll advertise, low EMF, it will, in our testing, it will still sometimes read over 100, volts, which is, ours for pretty much everywhere in that sauna, it's like under 7, which we're really proud of and super excited about. Colin, our partner, he really spent a lot of time perfecting it, and we're total, health optimizers. So yeah, we're really excited with the one behind us. We have an outdoor combo one as well, so you can get traditional or the infrared.
Yeah,
and
so cool.
Yeah, anything else we should add while we're here with Lindsay?
And this also goes up to 165 degrees, is that right? Or 160?
It does, 165.
Okay.
And for the people that aren't familiar with infrared, they might think that's low, but I mean, 150 at infrared feels like 200 normally. And it's good not to preheat it all the way up to 165, because then the heaters will turn off. So it really is good to heat it to maybe 130, then get in it. And then while the heaters are on, going from 130 to 160 or so, it feels so hot. You get an amazing sweat. It's very clean heat. And it goes up to 165. So
I think that you are one of the only companies, I think there might be one other one that I know of that has an infrared sauna that does heat up to 165. So that's something to note. But I think that from my own personal experience, one of the things I noticed with Heavenly Heat Sauna was even at, and I think I said this in my review, but even at like 135 degrees, I was sweating. And I was so surprised at how quickly my body heated up. And I don't know if that's just because of the quality of heaters you're using or how you've placed them strategically around the sauna. But I do think people don't understand, like they see, oh, 135. No, it feels totally different. Like you are going to start sweating even at that lower temperature. And then obviously you have the ability to raise it to that 165.
Yeah, part of why it does such a good job is because we don't go crazy with like heaters under the seat or under the floor, because what that does is it takes away ampage from the heaters that really matter. So our the heater behind your back is going to do a much better job heating your core body temperature than a heater like under your feet, for example. So this one can plug into a standard wall outlet for the most part. So if you go too crazy, then you compromise the integrity of the heat distribution.
Sure.
So I'm
or you're
glad
having
that you
to hire an electrician. Like I love that you can just plug it into a standard outlet, because then it just continues to raise the cost. You have to redo the wiring, you have to redo this. And so the fact that you guys have thought about this, that just makes it accessible for basically everybody to be able to have one in their home without the extra cost. Well, that's so great. So $700 off, code GGR is what you guys are doing. I love Heavenly Heat. I hope to work with you guys more in the future, because really I'm a big fan and I really appreciate you guys being on. Is there any other thing you want to add about Heavenly Heat Company, you guys, your saunas, before we say goodbye?
I think that just about does it. The one behind us is the one we're currently selling out of pretty quickly. So that's the red light infrared 2-person combo.
Okay.
And that's the one people should, feel free to check out. Our biggest seller is just a 2-person infrared, the one that you tested a few weeks ago. And the sale goes through midnight Pacific time tonight.
Okay.
And although for your folks, it will still be $700 off through Monday. So they'll have a little more time, probably, assuming we don't sell out. But thanks for having us so much.
Well, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to chat with us. Big fan, and I hope to talk to you guys again soon.
Absolutely. Have a good one, everyone.
All right.
Have a great day.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
Okay, so I have this is an interesting question. What is the best equipment to work out with kids? I have 4 kids varying in ages. So I have a 15-year-old son who I'm just going to brag on my kids real fast. They're going to think I'm like the cringiest mom, but my son is so strong. Okay. He just hit 155 pounds on bench. I'm super excited about him. And then my daughter, Lucy, again, she's going to hate this. She's 13. She's squatting like 105. She's in the gym with us. And then I also have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they've just started getting into working out. So actually, we have an earthquake bar, which I think is great for kids, because it not only allows like adults to be able to use that, but then also kids can kind of just start learning the movement, learning practice without a whole bunch of load, or getting a training bar for them. But if they're wanting to, like, if they see you in your gym, like doing barbell stuff, and they want to mimic what mom and dad are doing, I think having like an earthquake bar is a really smart option, just because it really allows them to start mimicking what you are doing. But in terms of anything else, the Averon rower, which is having a sale right now, and I'm going to have to look it up, but they have some of the best games out there, especially for kids. So it's very like gamified. It still gives you a really good workout. It's a magnetic rower, and it has a huge screen, lots of games for the kids to be able to use. And I think that that is a really good option just to start getting your kids involved. All right, so here we go. Benji.
Hey, Lindsay.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah, good to see you. Happy Black Friday.
Happy Black Friday. Well, what is Freak Athlete up to? Obviously, you guys have the Hyper Pro out now, which I am a huge fan of. We have in my garage. I'm about to get the leg developer because I really love that aspect that you can add on to the Hyper Pro. But what made you guys kind of tweak the older version and change it into this Hyper Pro? What are kind of your favorite things about the Hyper Pro model now?
Yeah, so initially, people ask like, what's our development process?
Yeah.
And it's never like a light bulb moment of, oh my gosh, what if we made 9 machines in one? It's very gradual. And that's how we made the original product, which was the Nordic Hyper. We initially were trying to make just an incline Nordic bench. And then from there, we kind of went one step at a time. We went, what if we could do back extensions, and what if we could do GHDs? In terms of the Hyper Pro, is really just continuing that, where we put the product out there and it was, people loved it, but
for sure.
We kept tinkering. Like Yogi had a product, we like just kept having other little ideas. And fundamentally, if you have the original Nordic Hyper, like, it's a great product. What I'm really proud of too is that we offered the upgrade kit, so people who have the Nordic Hyper, they can get all the new features. But for me, some of the most underrated upgrades on the Hyper Pro, people obviously know the leg developer and the GHD, but it's actually so much more stable now because of how we redesigned the rear base.
Sure.
So when we developed it, I literally went to professional CrossFit athletes. I told them, do the most explosive GHD setup you can, try and tip this thing, and they literally couldn't. Even if you just wanted a GHD, I believe this is the best one.
Well, I watched you do Nordic curls, and you were like, boom. I was like, oh, I've never seen such an aggressive Nordic curl before. And I was like, maybe that's why I'm not getting them. Like, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. And I think you actually helped coach me through it, and it made such a big difference.
Yeah.
But
I think people just, it's that cue of like pulling the shoulder blades back, getting that little bit of momentum. That's what fibers the full posterior chain.
I will also say, not only do I love the Hyper Pro, I genuinely do, but after getting to meet both you and Yogi, I just love your guys' spirit behind your product. You can tell that you're super passionate about it, and that makes me want to just sing your guys' praises because you're quality people and you have a quality product. And I'm so excited that you're on here. So what is Freak Athlete doing with GGR specifically? We want to tell them about the giveaway and how that all is going to work.
Yep. Yeah, so we got big giveaway going. I mentioned on the live stream earlier, but basically anyone who purchases with any GGR affiliate link, they're entered in a giveaway. And what the winner gets is, number one, a full refund on their Hyper. And number two, which I'm personally stoked about, is free attachments for life.
That's
so it's kind of TBD, what's coming, right? I can tell you for a fact we have at least one more that's coming.
Okay.
But I'm stoked for that. And then special one for anyone who's here on the GGR eStream is, in addition to using that, send us an email after or reply to your order confirmation and just say double entry GGRE, and we'll double your entries, give you a better chance to win.
That's so great. I really appreciate you doing that. And how do we find an affiliate link with you guys?
Affiliate link?
Oh, GGR. Oh, sorry. You go to GGR website.
Yep.
Sorry.
Maybe put it in the chat. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Britt can drop it in the chat, and we'll make sure that people know where to go for that. So if they want to get a double entry with you guys, then we'll make sure they know how to do that. Now, one of my favorite things about the Hyper Pro is the leg developer. So even though I love the Hyper Pro, I would say to anybody watching, anybody listening, if you want the ability to do leg curls, leg extensions, when I say it was probably some of the best resistance profile for a plate loaded leg extension or leg curl, I was so impressed. A lot of the times we'll have cheaper Amazon or whatever products come in that will do a leg curl, a leg extension, and you never get that full leg extension, or the resistance profile in the curve just isn't consistent throughout the movement. I think when you came, I tried it out. I was like, this is amazing. This actually is, especially leg extension. That blew my mind. So I'm super psyched for you guys, and I really appreciate you being on. Is there, okay, so Sam is telling me giveaway. If people comment in this chat, we're doing a giveaway with the Hyper Pro. Is that correct?
Yeah, just to clarify, so if you comment in the chat as well, then that's triple entry. So there's 3 points.
Okay.
One is the affiliate link. The second is reply with the email once you order saying GGRE. And the third is right now comment. And so I'm actually having trouble pulling up, but if you can just send me a list of everyone who commented, I can track on the back end, make sure they get those entries.
Okay, yeah, and we also have Courtney working on it as well, so we'll just make sure that whoever comments is also getting their name entered 3 times.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Lindsay, thanks for having me on. I'm so grateful for the whole team. I'm glad you love the Hyper. I love seeing it in your home gym and in the video as well. I'm glad Brittany's using it too, and the whole crew. So
yeah,
thank you so much.
Okay, thanks so much. Have a happy holidays.
You too. Take care.
All right, so I think we have time for maybe one more question. And then if there's any sort of products that you, again, I haven't touched on, be sure to go to our website, Garage Gym Reviews, where we have all of our deals laid out for Black Friday. A lot of them are extending through Monday, so make sure that you are getting in anything that you want to order before then. But again, go to Garage Gym Reviews so you can check out all of our Black Friday deals. And there are a ton of exclusive codes just for our Garage Gym Review members and people go to our website that we're not offering to people who don't know about it. So be sure to subscribe to GGR, to GGRE, and then also check out our website for all those exclusive codes for our GGR members. Okay, so the last question I'm going to answer is somebody's asked, do you think that manual treadmills are going to go down in price? Honestly, no. I think they're only probably going to go up or at least stay the same because so many people are now using manual treadmills. Again, especially with the addition of stuff like a High Rocks race where there is a lot of running involved, and running on a manual treadmill just feels so much more consistent with running outside or how that feels versus a motorized treadmill. So no, I don't necessarily think that. Obviously, we all want cheaper pricing, which is why we're here at Black Friday to get all of the best deals that we can to stock our home gyms. But overall, I think if I'm going to choose a manual treadmill, I'm going to go with the Assault. Even the Classic or the Pro or the Elite, I think you could get away with going to the Classic, and they are having a deal right now, so be sure to check out their website or go to our website, click on that link, and you will get that discount below. But thank you guys so much for being here. And Sam, do you have anything else? We look forward to seeing you in the new year. We have a lot of exciting things happening with Garage Gym Reviews, everything specifically, more garage gym tours coming up, more treadmill reviews, more rowing reviews, and then I'll probably continue to freeze my ass off in all of the cold tubs that come our way, which actually is kind of my favorite thing. I love a good challenge, and so I'll be doing that. But anything else, boys? Britt? All right. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will see you soon. Peace.